Hello everyone, we are blessed beyond measure, especially today. It's a beautiful day here in Arkansas, but about a week ago or so we went on a trip and came back, and everything was fine on the trip. We parked the van, went to sleep, and then the next day we got up to go to church and got in the van, and the van would not start. And so I immediately said, "Did you guys leave lights on? What's going on?" That kind of thing. But actually what it turned out, and I'll show you here. So this is our 2014 Chevy Express 3500. This is my son Solomon. Hello. And so I will show you what we found out. Okay, so whenever we went to start the van, you go like this, and as you can see, it's in drive and it won't start. So in order to fix that issue, the other thing that we found out is whenever you try to put it in gear or take it out of gear, because that was my first thing thinking. My wife Janine, she said, "Oh well, you know, it's stuck in drive." And I said, "Well, just pull it back and put it all the way down, and then put it back, and then put it, you know, just try to work that." And what she said was, "There's nothing there," and she's absolutely right. There's nothing there. So the problem is this linkage. So I will show you where the issue is. Now there's linkage obviously from here, from there all the way down, and you can trace that if you bring your tilt up, and you remove this bottom panel here, you can actually follow that linkage. And there's a bushing inside here, and then there's a bushing down lower, and I will show you. But the problem that we had was the bushing actually connecting to the transmission itself.
Okay, so here's our problem, if the camera will focus. Come on, there you go. Okay, so here we have the transmission, and this lever here controls the like what gear you're in. This is the cable that goes to the cab, and in here there's supposed to be a plastic bushing that goes on this, and it broke.
Okay, so like Solomon was showing you, so it's that bushing, and apparently Chevys have this issue. I was looking on YouTube and trying to find how to replace this linkage and that kind of thing, and I found lots of videos on Tahoes, on Suburbans, on Silverados, all kinds of stuff like that. Anyways, so this was not a part that I could pick up at AutoZone or O'Reilly's or anything. We had to go to the dealership, which always makes me a little bit nervous. But it was only 35 bucks, so not too bad. I thought we were gonna get away with just buying the bushing, but we had to buy the whole lower link. So we'll show you how to put that in, all that good stuff. But here it is right here. Solomon, will you open this up and we'll do a box unveiling. Dun dun dun. Handy dandy pocket knife.
Really? Voila.
Okay, so just a cable. So yeah,
this is the piece that
that's the bushing right there.
and this just runs.
Yeah, and then this is the end that will go into the other end, and we'll show that to you. Okay, so Solomon is doing all the work because he's got the most sight out of the two of us. So I will be cameraman.
So here we were just trying to figure out how the heck these cables came apart, and like if there were different tools we needed or whatever, but we didn't end up needing anything but a flat tip. So here's what we're looking at. If you just take that white thing, you pull it back, you will find the little white clip in there, and you pop that out with your flat tip screwdriver or something. Just try not to break it. And here, now the two cables will come apart, and they won't come all the way apart just yet. You still have your cables connecting. That's just the shielding. And you have to take out this little horseshoe ring, and then the cables will come apart.
Okay, now to install.
Take the new one. And pop.
That was just a
Little
protector to keep it nice and clean, because there's a little bit of grease on that O-ring. So you have that clip that needs to go.
The tiny one.
Yeah.
The tiny thing.
Okay, Solomon's just testing, making sure that he had that that upper clip, that tiny little clip that's on that rod, secure. And so by pulling it apart, it pulls that whole thing through when you have that inserted correctly.
And
And the retaining clip goes right inside there, and then the other thing just slides down on top of that.
alright.
And then we just have to route it over to where this end,
It's the rope.
where that end goes.
Alright. And we have this clip here. Screws. Is. I'll just put it back together the way I found it.
That's usually the best policy.
So here we have this ring, and apparently I just turned on the flashlight. That's okay. So this goes in the ring, like so. If I can get it. Get it. Oh, here we go. There we go. I had it backwards. So that goes on there. Look at that. And this staple looking thing goes through. See that? Okay, and then here we have the ring, the transmission. It should. Oh, I gotta. There we go. Okay, there it is. We have it clicked in. I did have to adjust it down at the first connection, but there we go. It's in. And that should be able to shift now.
Okay, so let's see. Start it. Cool. Reverse. Here. Yeah, take your emergency brake off. Nice.
We have movement.
Excellent.
Neutral. Drive.
Yahoo!
Yeah, buddy.
Good work, bud.
Cool, cool.
Okay, so that's how you replace the lower link on the shift link for a 2014 3500 Express. Yeah, and all we used for tools anyways was Leatherman. Handy dandy Leatherman. Yep. So it's not difficult. It took us a little bit of time to figure out exactly how to take the two pieces apart, but I think once we figured that part out, it was just a matter of doing it. So
No.
Are you excited you know how to do that now?
Sure.
You're such a boy. Here comes the dog to say hello. Doggy, dog. What a good boy. What a good boy. You're all muddy. Were you down at the pond? Yes, you were nasty.